4 weeks in a row, the Dynamite number has went up. The best Dynamite key demo rating since 2024. And if you want even more, Tony Khan has said that AEW Revolution is one of the best shows that AEW have ever done. Is AEW beginning to take a step in the right direction? Well, we don't know, but the Dynamite ratings are certainly going to step in the right direction because those steps are going up. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Yes, it's the 4th week in a row where AEW Dynamite has went up in the ratings, which is pretty impressive for a show that, let's be honest, was up and down like an absolute yo-yo, hitting record low numbers. They're now consistently, well, I say consistently, 4 weeks in a row, they haven't went under 600k, which is, pretty good compared to how it was looking at one point. It's the highest key demo for Dynamite as well since back in 2024. So, I mean, we're looking at the highest key demo in around approximately 3 months of AEW Dynamite television. So, some good news, not great news. It's small steps, but sometimes you got to take those small steps in the right direction.
You got to step before you can walk at the end of the day, even though it's crawl. But you get my point. We looked at Collision earlier. Collision did 408,000 views. And I tell you what, compared to what they used to do, that's actually alright.
AEW is like a guy that has been in a motorcycle accident and broke both his legs. And you're just learning to walk, right? You're not going to get up straight away, rip off the cast and start going for like 10-mile runs. You need to walk slowly first and try and
build up.
Yeah, try and get a little bit stable, and maybe that's what's happening with Dynamite here. So the Wednesday, March 19th edition, 2025, did 658,000 viewers. Now, I can't believe that we've spent like 2 minutes saying nice things about AEW just to come out with a 658,000 viewers rating, but that just shows you the place that AEW's in right now.
A dark place, but I mean, as you know, this is bad, right? But not the reality is, AEW is not going to go for the 500k club to hit 1.2 the next show. Ratings
could never hit 1.2 again.
I know, but it's like seeing the Attitude Era, right? They didn't just go for like 2.5 million to 8 million overnight. There has to be a gradual build, and that's not saying they will, but you get my point.
Yeah, so I do get your point. So the key demo did a 0.19, which is the highest key demo since the November 20, 2024 show. So we're talking what? November 20. That's almost 4 months.
Yeah, almost 4. Oh, no, it is 4 months.
Yeah, pretty much 4 months exactly.
The day's the 20th, so.
So 4. Well, yeah, like 4 months, and it is the best key demo since January 15th. So just over 2 months. No, best viewership overall. Sorry, since January 15th. So
fantastic.
Best key demo in 4 months, and the best viewership in 2 months. So yeah, AEW Dynamite improving little by little. Dynamite was ranked number 6 for the night on cable in the 18-49 demo. Xavier versus Texas in a college basketball tournament first 4 game on True TV was number 1 with a 0.74 18-49 key demo rating and 2.433 million viewers. Pistons versus the Heat on ESPN, also in prime time, did a 0.26 in the key demo with 910,000 viewers. So basketball there beating AEW. I'm a bit surprised that college basketball beats NBA.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with the Americans, man. It's like the college stuff does really well. Who cares? Who actually is it big? Even if the argument for college basketball and college football is, well, it's the next upper comers that are going to go. Is that how it works? Do they go into like NFL basketball?
Yeah, I believe they do. But it's weird because you get college football. I mean, a game, you get the game, call it Madden college football. That would be like getting a FIFA game.
For under 21s?
Yeah, and you couldn't play as anybody over 20. That would be weird.
That's incredible.
And then you also get people that are only fans of college football. Like good old JR. He's a massive college football fan, but he doesn't really have any interest in NFL.
But why is that? You're all weird.
Maybe he likes the Young Bucks.
Aye.
Not literally the Young Bucks, but
Aye.
the Young Bucks of football, maybe. I don't
Potentially.
know. Yeah, I don't know. Your thoughts on that?
Fucking weird. Let's move on, man.
Right.
Honestly, Americans, I don't get them.
This show's up 5% from last week's viewership, which was 628,000, and it is up 10% on the last 4 trailing weeks, which was 597. So, yeah. 18 to 49 comparison is up 19%. Last week did a 0.16, so up almost a fifth on that, and it's also up 19% on the last 4 trailing weeks in the key demo. So, not good numbers. Good numbers. They're heading in the right direction. Maybe people really wanted to see a street fight between Cope and Moxley. I would have personally have changed the belt. I think they should have did a little title change and freshen things up a little bit, but they didn't do that. So, I mean, that's entirely up to
I
them.
mean, why didn't they? Seriously? Like, do we really need Christian against Edge without the belt again?
Probably not. Right, let's see. What was the most viewed YouTube clips from AEW's official channel? Number 1, street fight for the AEW World Championship. Jon Moxley versus Cope. 521,000 views in just over 15 hours. That's not bad. Over 500,000, 15 hours. That smokes a lot of clips that Raw and SmackDown
No,
upload.
that is good, but I thought it was weird placement, by the way, because it was the start of the hour. It wasn't the end of the show.
That is strange. Well, maybe because it's not a title change, but even then, who knows? Maybe they thought people would be pissed and they didn't want to end the show that way. Anyway, as good as that is, you have a massive drop-off. The second place clip is 400,000 views less. It is 114,000. Cassidy versus Speedball versus Davis versus Ricochet. International title shot on the line here. Yeah, 114k. Not a lot.
I mean, that's shite.
Third place, 85,000 views. Did Billy Starks defeat the TBS champion Mercedes Moné? Did she?
No.
No. Fourth place, 83,000 views. AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm watches on as Statlander battles Bane.
This was the main event.
Ooh. Fifth place, 51,000 views. Will Ospreay and AR Fox in a high-flying battle. £5 million. For $5 million for Will Ospreay.
Big robbery, isn't it? I mean, seriously, like, what are they doing?
Sixth place, MJF declares there's only one horse to place your chips on. It's not this horse, though. 45,000 views.
There's no
MJF,
horse.
what's happening here?
The horses! The horses!
MJF's fell at the hurdle and broke his legs.
First hurdle, man.
What's happening? 45,000 views
Do you
here.
ever see a horse fall at the hurdle and just crack its dome? Half it? No.
No. I think you've cracked your dome coming up with that shit. MJF, though, 45,000
No, but they always fall going over the hurdle. You don't see them falling at the hurdle.
That's plenty. The bidding war of 2024. Is it who's bidding for this guy anymore? Come on.
Well, who's bidding for Johnny TV?
And by the way, what happened? Well, he's got an excuse, but what's happened to Jeff
What's his
Jarrett?
fucking excuse?
What's
Just
happened to
shite.
Jeff Jarrett?
I know he's just dropped.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett was actually doing decent numbers. And then bitches, fucking absolute pussies like JD from New York, shit their pants, man, and pissed their little fannies. Oh, Jeff Jarrett, he's too old to be on TV. I don't want Jeff Jarrett. I want my little guy. I want my Ospreys. I need Johnny Gargano because I'm hot for Johnny Gargano. Hot crowd tonight, guys. You know.
Hot neckbeards in the crowd tonight.
Fucking get Jeff Jarrett back on the TV.
My world, da-na.
In last place. Now this one, to be honest, has only been uploaded 6 hours, but here
6 years, 6 hours, shite.
we've had fids with more views than this after 6 hours. Johnny TV steps up to eventual Bandido. That's got 8.4 thousand views.
Who actually watches these clips? 'Cause I didn't.
8.4 thousand people by the same
Fucking
sounds of it.
sad bastards, man.
Yeah, so those numbers, thoughts of them.
They're crap. I mean, say what you want about Moxley, say what you want about Edge, but Moxley when I did Collision earlier, he did something along the lines of 480, I believe, in his clip, and now he's doing 500,000 here, so they are getting the views, but he still should have lost the belt.
No, he should have. Now, let's get into the match ratings here from CageMatch.net. I don't really talk about match ratings, but I thought this was worth talking about because, to me, this seems like a lot. I'm just going to say it, a lot of straight up fags. A lot of straight up fags like JD from New York are probably went on this CageMatch.net and downvoted it, I believe, because they were pissing their pants. It's like, you know what? We get it. You like WWE. You want to suck the fucking snot out of Triple H's big nostrils. We get that, right? We understand. I mean, you'll suck any part of Triple H's anatomy that you can get your fucking mouth on. But the point is, right? It's like, why are they just making themselves look like imbeciles to try and defend Triple H and WWE at every turn? JD from New York is like, really? This is where the best wrestle? Just because that match was hardcore? Here. Paul Heyman used to say in ECW that they had the best technical wrestlers when they had Benoit and Guerrero. Now, was he lying? Just because Sandman was smashing a fucking beer can over his head and bleeding before the match even started? Does that mean because Sandman was bleeding in his entrance that Paul Heyman was lying?
No.
So
He did a lot of lying, though.
Well, he did a shitload of lying, right? But he wasn't necessarily maybe lying about that. Well, the point is, right? Why are they trying to turn a positive, right? You can say what you want about AEW, you can say what you want about Tony Khan, but at least they actually give us legit hardcore match. See JD from New York? Was he fucking pissing his pants and was he crying like a little bitch in 2006? Remember WWE in 2006 were actually doing hardcore stuff? And I don't know if it's because they were trying to match TNA, because TNA was having like monster ball matches and all this stuff and thumbtacks. Remember they brought back ECW? You had Ric Flair, the Mick Foley feud, Mick Foley and Edge.
Yeah, no, I do remember.
You had some good hardcore. You had some.
No, but he's the same dumb.
Yeah.
No, listen, he's the same fucking dumb bastard that. Oh, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, what a hardcore match at the Rumble. Rubber barbed wire. That's what it fucking was. It wasn't real.
Yeah, but see, were people bashing that back then?
No.
Were people saying that, oh, TNA is a disgrace? See when they got
It's a different time.
See when they had Abyss, Sabu, Barbed Wire Massacre, were people saying that was a disgrace and it should be taken off there?
No.
See whenever you got an Extreme Rules match or a hardcore match in WWE, were people pissing their pants and going, no, this is too far?
We're pissing our pants shit.
No, they were probably praising it. But then AEW actually gives us some good hardcore shit, which wrestling fans want to fucking see. Let's not pretend we never wanted hardcore shit, or else Mick Foley would never go over. That's a fact.
Well, absolutely.
Alright, we love Mick Foley because he's a hardcore legend, right? Cactus Jack, Triple H, Royal Rumble 2000, Foley with rolling about in thumbtacks. That's great stuff. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, oh no, that's bad, that's bad stuff. So why is people like him doing the same shit when it comes to AEW? Say what you want, you can say this company's shite, and you know what it is. I'm not going to deny that, but why are we taking a positive, one of the few positives that AEW has, one of the few things, right, that nobody can deny that AEW does better than WWE? They actually have blood, they actually use, like, legit weapons, they actually give you hardcore style matches, and he's using that as a negative? What a fucking arsehole, by disingenuous bastard, I hate him.
Yeah, but you know what?
If he dropped dead, man, I'd be fucking...
But see with this, know why I didn't mind this spot is for another reason. It's not a throwaway match, it's the end of the feud in a street fight for the world title. If this doesn't call for a spot like this, I don't know what does. I think there's times to be critical, right? When they overuse blood, or they do like a spot in an absolute throwaway match. But this ain't a throwaway match. A street fight for the world title should never be a throwaway match. This could have went either way.
See if this happened in WWE, he would be saying something along the lines of
Netflix error peaked.
Oh, you would never get this with McMahon. You know, he would be praising it.
Yep, and the rest of them, elite rockers.
They would.
Simon Miller labelling that John Cena heel turn the best ever. He's the best heel in the business ever.
See if that barbed wire suplex spot took place in WWE, man, they'd be milking their pants over it, man. They would be. Mm-hmm. But because it happened in AEW, they're just going to bash it, and that pisses me off. Anyway, let's look at the match ratings here on CageMatch.net. So this is the rankings for the matches. 5 matches on Dynamite. Best match of the night, Billy Starks versus Mercedes Moné, 8.07 out of 10.
I mean, it was alright, but it was kind of shite.
Second place, 7.81 out of 10. Orange Cassidy, Mark Davis, Ricochet, Mike Bailey.
Flippy. I hate this style of wrestling.
Right. Third place, 7.71 out of 10. Chris Statlander versus Megan Bain.
Shite.
Fourth place, Cope versus John Moxley, 6.78 out of 10. We're led to believe that this is almost a full point out of 10 lower than Statlander Megan Bain.
Except you want, man, right? This was actually alright. It was much better than the other match at the pay-per-view, and you had a good spot in there. I gave a bonus point to the show for it.
And then in the last place, AR Fox, Will Ospreay, 6.5 out of 9.
Will Ospreay's supposed to be worth 5 million, right?
Yeah, but I mean, come on.
Come on, people.
Like, what are people really saying this Colt Moxley match was bad?
Well, that looks that way, aye. This ain't wrestling. This dumb fuck doesn't know how to tell a story. Oh, wait, Triple H does. Triple H does, you fucking
What stories have we got in wrestling? None?
I know. Oh, right, you two are going to have a feud, and see for the next 3 weeks, we're going to have pull-apart brawls. Yeah.
Send out security, send out referees, send out officials, send out fucking the GMs. Send them all out, they can all break it up. Whoa,
no, but that's funny, right?
Engaging TV.
People will pretend that Cody Rhodes and Cena have got a great story. The story seems to be that Cena is like, well, fuck it, I'm not being for the fans anymore. There was no mention of fucking
Nothing to do with Cody or The Rock.
17th title, Mania, nothing.
I still do to get my hands on that. He basically just said, I've had enough of you guys. It's you guys.
Yo, they have buried, obviously, right, in 6 months, a year, 10 years from now, you're not going to remember this Cena run because it's fucking horrible, right? But see, right now, he's basically buried the past 20-odd years of his career by saying, I've always felt like this. I've been in a toxic relationship. No, but see this toxic relationship, Pish, man. That's for like fucking weak men that can't stand up for themselves. John Cena comes across as a fucking loser
alpha
here.
Well, yeah, not aye.
He comes across as fucking Beta, Charlie, Delta, fucking you name it. Echo, Shield, shite. I mean, that's not. But see when you look at Stone Cold, right? Maybe Stone Cold's a bad example because he beat his wife. But my point is, it's like there's guys in the business that aren't going to be in
allegedly.
Allegedly, they're not going to be in a relationship where they're getting like battered by their wife.
No.
Or a toxic. And Cena just came across as so weak here by saying that.
Aye.
Could you imagine Hogan in 90s? Oh, I've been in a toxic relationship with you guys. You loved me in the red and yellow, but the last few years you booed me. Fuck off, John, you big loser. I know this is the AEW, but you know what? They're all shite. Right.
What did Tony Khan say about Revolution? Now, we said that women's match was the best hardcore match we've seen in over, did we say over 15 years? I stand by that, by the way, right? I'm trying to... Now...
Unless TNA did one that I can't think of.
I think TNA's would have been before 2010.
No, I agree, but I like to give TNA the benefit of the doubt, brother.
Now here, I'm not saying it was the best match in the last 15 years, but I'm talking like an actual hardcore match. Well, I tell you what, how many real hardcore matches have I been in WWE?
Fucking hee-haw.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, the plastic barbed wire. Oh. Don't insult our intelligence, right?
Yeah, I know.
No, look at the way that, and people are going to say, oh, it's spikes, right? It's the same shit, right? Look at how that barbed wire bat, right? Or that spike bat was piercing the skin of John Moxley.
I know.
And then look at when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were powerbombing each other and hitting each other with the so-called steel chair and barbed wire. Yo, it wasn't even catching their clothes or nothing.
Yo,
wasn't even sticking to their fucking clothes.
There was not a drop of blood in that.
See
match.
when you used to. I remember you used to get the action figures, right? And you used to get like tables. And I think it was somebody. You got a table and you got some barbed wire. And guess what? See the barbed wire you got with the action figures? It was plastic.
I spoke about this.
And guess what? That's the same fucking barbed wire that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were using.
I literally spoke about this earlier.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
Mattel or Jax, whatever they're called.
It was like the orange
rubber.
bit, and then
rubber.
The rubber barbed wire.
That's what they were using. You know, fucking.
Yo, see, right.
It's fucking rubber.
See, last night I took a glass at the cupboard. It exploded.
It's like super
and it sliced my hand, right? Because it's real fucking glass. See the reality? No, but see, it's like if it was legit barbed wire, man. Anyone that's touched it or been hit by barbed wire knows. Even someone like Jaggy Needles, man. See if you run into Jaggy Needles, it fucking slices you open.
Not nettles.
Nettles, jagged needles, man, whatever you want to fucking call
They're
them.
nettles, mate. They're not
I
needles.
don't know, my head's going here. But you get my point.
Anyway, can we get into Tony Khan's point here? But no, you're right. Like if it's fake
no,
shit,
it's like,
right.
yo, see the blood. The blood would be one thing, but see the fact that it didn't even get stuck to the clothes.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll defend Tony Storm because she's actually had a good run over the last 2 years, and I'm not going to let these arseholes put her down and claim it hasn't been good. It's been better than anything in WWE, and I'll stand by that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what Tony Khan had to say about Revolution 2025. He said, quote, "This was such a huge home run. It's one of the best shows we've ever done. It's one of the best venues we've ever been to. The fans were great in the arena, but also it was a huge commercial success. We sold over 12,000 tickets. We had a huge amount of fans in the building. We had a huge pay-per-view audience, and one of our biggest pay-per-view audiences we've had, and had the biggest audience we've had since we were at Wembley Stadium last year for All In. For sure, this is one of the biggest revolutions ever in terms of the live gate and in terms of the pay-per-view." End of quote. Now, the event currently has an 8.0 rating on cagematch.net, which I believe is one of the lowest revolutions, but I mean, who cares about cagematch.net, Nobody? Bunch of losers, right?
Meltzer?
Nah, it's
Somebody else? Some other
sad guy. People are bashing this, right? But Revolution for me is not a top pay-per-view. See for the position that AEW is in right now, and it's a shite position. I think if you can, I've got to be honest though, I think selling over 12,000 tickets is alright. People will go, "Oh, but WWE this," yeah, but you know what? AEW's not WWE, and they never will be. It's like, see when TNA tried to go head to head with WWE, I respect it. To see looking back at it, it was fucking suicide.
It was.
You know, it was absolute suicide. You know, maybe they needed to try and build on their brand and their product a bit more, and then maybe take them on later. But I still think that over 12,000 tickets sold for a pay-per-view is decent. Not many people can do that.
You know what though? WWE was in such a better place 15 years ago than it is now. See Dynamite. Honestly, see with Tony Khan's money, they should have went to Monday nights for the first fucking Dynamite and just tried to go all out. That's what they should have done.
I mean, I wouldn't rule it out now, but it's like, what do you do? I mean, you can't really go to Monday nights because you're against Netflix.
Yeah, but look how well, that's true. I'd go to Fridays then. Fridays.
I would personally, I think I would move Collision to Friday, because Collision, a lot of pay-per-views are on Saturdays anyway, so it's like,
and it gets moved because of other reasons as well.
And it gets cancelled as well because other things are on. I would honest, and I just think Saturday night's not a good night for a wrestling show.
How does that work though? Do they know it's cancelled weeks and months in advance, or do they literally just decide, fuck this?
No, they'll probably just go, it's not worth running that. We've got WWE, we've got this boxing match, there's a UFC event on, fuck it, we'll not bother.
What about the fans that have paid their tickets? Very messy, isn't it? It's like Monday Night Raw never gets cancelled. You know what I mean?
And then you're looking at like WrestleMania, and then they're thinking about doing 2 nights for SummerSlam, and 2 nights, is it 2 night Rumbles?
Yeah.
And it's like, just going forward, I think Collision should move to a Friday.
No, I think it should as well.
Or Shaft TNA, move to Thursday nights.
But then Wednesday, Thursday, it's a bit congested, isn't it?
Or move Collision to, I don't know, move it to Monday, who knows? Anyway, guys.
Experiment, man, it's fucking deed.
I don't think that's a bad, people are bashing this 12, because Tony Khan's talking highly of this. 12,000 tickets is alright. It's not bad.
No, it's alright, like, but at the end of the day, they need to aim for higher, man. I'm seeing people like praise them and be like, "Oh, yeah, it was the best decision they ever did, moving to smaller arenas." But it's like, is it really? Because you're just fucking losing it in that gate that you could have potentially got.
Yeah, true. I mean, but then again,
they lost it. You know, like, see, the difference is with AEW and TNA, right? TNA started out in Diddy arenas. They never started out in big arenas and then went to Diddy arenas. I know you could say TNA did try out the other than Diddy arenas, but I'm talking about like the prime years of TNA.
But TNA never had the success when it comes to tickets and live.
No, it didn't. But anyway, Fog Wrestling, we're side note here. We've spewed a lot of shit. You know the score.
Anyway, both companies suck, guys. Wrestling sucks. You know it. Woo woo woo. We'll tell you the truth here. Till next time. Woo. Peace. Oh, fuck wrestling, you'll tell us all the truth you know. I hate the sound of wrestling. Down, down, down. Anyway, Zack Ryder, bring him back. Decent guy.
Fucking me shite.